Hey everybody. So I was kind of hesitant to make this video, but after I've been doing this for a few days, I think it's necessary just for information. So the thumbnail that I put up was going to show you what happens when you log on. I'm sure you've all seen it. It's the Drakthir. It's phase two of the pre-patch that's been launched, and it gives you, it just kind of tells you what's going on. Then you're going to get a quest called um, gosh, I can't even remember what it's called. Let me see here. The Dragon Isles Await. This quest here. The Dragon Isles Await. You need to go talk to a couple people. Now you're gonna have to do this on every single character that you want to take into Shadowlands. So this guy actually need to. I haven't really keybound any of his stuff, but I need to change the keybinds. But you're gonna go talk to this guy over here, and he's gonna go through. There's a couple of cutscenes. You can skip them. I've skipped them. Um, that kind of stuff, the lore, this stuff. Everybody says this down. Everything's really cool. I have right now 27 level 60s. I've leveled probably six characters to level 60. I just dinged for this guy. Um, in the last what's today, Friday. So the last 5 days, I've leveled about five or six from anywhere from 45 all the way up to 60. So we're going to skip this. It goes through, and we're going to skip that cinematics. I want to kind of show you what you do because it's kind of obvious from looking at Baron's chat that a lot of people are not understanding how this works. And so I'm going to jump on here. So you're going to get those questions. You have to go talk to four NPCs. First one's up here on this rock. Um, this guy's not level 40, so I can't get fast flying, which is really irritating. But I don't even know if I have the gold for it. I don't. I only have 1,200 gold on this guy. So you go talk to this person. It's basically what you're doing is recruiting smart people to come to the Dragon Isles with you. And there's four of them around Orgrimmar, and then there's a new Zeppelin tower. Actually, I think they just put a Zeppelin tower on top of a tower that was already there that you'll go talk to, and that's where you'll go to the Dragon Isles from Orgrimmar. The Alliance goes from Stormwind Harbor. I believe they're going to take a boat. I don't know exactly know. I did start an Alliance character. You guys saw that on a video. Went through the Worgen starting area and what a nightmare that was. But that character is at level 50. I'll probably be getting it up to level 60 here sometime soon, but because of the number of level 60s that I have on my horde side, I don't know when that's going to be. I think the squish for XP required up to level 60 is going to stay. I know it's gone down from 12 bars to 10. Let me count, make sure. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah, so it was 12 bars. It's now 10. Makes leveling really, really easy. All I've been doing to level these is through the invasions. I did take one character back um, to Gorgrond through Draenor, started leveling through there. I got up to a point I was like, I've done this so many times and it's so boring um, that it wasn't fun. It's you can pretty much AFK level through these invasions. It's just insane how fast you can level. You don't really have to pay attention. You're going to go through and tag some stuff and you get XP. But I'll show you that when I get over there. So I think they added the top area of this to a tower that was already there. So now this is going to be where you're going to fly to the Dragon Isles. So the weird thing is when I was on this earlier on another character, there were a whole bunch of boats out in that harbor. If you look out here, out beyond this boat that's at the dock, there are a whole bunch of boats. I'm not sure why they're different. It's no idea. I just thought that was weird because I'd never seen that before. So you're going to talk to those people. You're going to turn in these quests here. Gives you pretty good little XP. Uh, Khadgar is going to come flying through a portal. He's back. Don't think we've seen him since Legion. So we're going to talk to Khadgar and we're going to do another cutscene. Ask him what happened. You can watch these. Actually look really cool on one of my characters. when I get going, I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna listen to all this stuff uh, because it does look pretty cool. But I've been concentrating so hard on getting all of my characters to level 60 so that they can go to the Dragon Isles and they can learn their professions and stuff. There's no way I can main more than one or two characters at least at the start because with the intense work that's going to be needed to be done with all of the professions in Dragonflight, there's no way that I can level 12 level 60s to 70 right off the bat. So I'm going to park some of them in the main city in the Dragon Isles and just leave them there to craft. Now I don't have any flight points, so I'm going to pause the video right here and I'm going to fly over to Northern Baron. Now Northern Barrens is a place that everybody is there. Let me turn on one of these add-ons real quick, and I'll show you it did. So we're going to turn these add-ons, and I've had to disable a lot of them because they just don't work. So this is Tomcat Tours. We're going to reload that. Tons and tons and tons of errors. If you've gone through anything like I have, it's been almost unplayable because the number of error boxes that pop up. In fact, I've had to disable them because I can't open the auction house, I can't open my mail, can't open my bags without these errors popping up. So right over here, you see on the left side, you can see this Tomcat. It tells you what invasions are going on where. So there's fire in the Barrens, or in the Barrens and in Badlands, and in Ungoro Crater has Earth. Yesterday, Earth was in the Northern Barrens and the Badlands. Um, so it switched to Ungoro Crater. Now it all depends on where you need to go. What you're looking for is pieces. I guess I won't pause it. I'll talk to you while I go there. I'm going to pick up this flight point. So what you're looking for is pieces of a trinket. There's 4 pieces that relate to each one of the elements in the invasion. You got earth, wind, fire, and air. And what you're looking to get, and I'll show you here. I got it. I got almost the very first day. I got 3 of them the first day, and the last piece the next morning at 7 o'clock. So you're looking for this trinket right here. So we're gonna create one of those when we land here. It's a ability to get more magic, more damage, and your main stat goes to whatever the max is. And this does scale. It's only good to level 59. So you want to make it for anyone you're trying to level up uh, 260. So once you hit 59, it's pretty much stops working. But if you had a lot of alts like I did, where I didn't have a bunch that were at 60, I think when this first started, I had 21, and so now I have 27. So I've leveled 6 all the way to 60, and getting that trinket on the first day helped a lot because like I said, it scales. So right now it's 16 agility. As my levels go up, I'm at level, what is it, 30, 35, 37 right now. So as I start to level, uh, this is going to start getting bigger. I'm going to have more agility on that trinket. So it really, really helps. And everybody's trying to get it. You can see down here in this little box, it says I own 3 of these. I actually do own a Primeval Storm, but I used it on the trinket. And so where am I going? I need to go down here. Right there. You can see there's a dead boss there. So I have multiples of these of these 3. So we're going to go here in the Barrens. Um, there's not a lot of people here. And so what we're going to do, and I hope we can get it. So what I've done is I go into the group finder. Oh, I can't. Oh, that sucks. Can't do level 50 before you can get a pre-made group. If you're at level 50, go in, look on your group finder, go to pre-made groups and go to custom and type in Barrens, and you'll find groups there that are farming. Come on, why can't I target anything? Oh, because I'm See, my bars are all screwed up. I don't play this character. I'm doing this simply to show you guys what you need to do. I've never played a shaman. I'm not a shaman master by any means. They're a lot involved, and I have a really hard time with them. But I'm going to do this without keybinds, without my UI setup, the whole 9 yards, just to show you what you do. So you're going to tag the elites. You don't care about anything else because they don't give you anything. We're going to loot, okay, and we got Mode of Primal Energy. We got 3 of those. That's the quest that we got from Stormwind. Uh, and so we're going to tag these guys and take them down. There's a lot of non-elites running around here, um, but I've never got anything off of them, nothing at all. The nice thing is there are a lot of people that do farm here. It's super, super busy, but I like the group setup because when you're in a group, you're going to get XP off of the entire team's kill. There are people that set up raid groups of 40, especially when the boss is close. You'll get up to 40 and you level so fast because you're getting all that XP at the same time. It's just absolutely insane. So we're going to kill some of these. You get that daily, and once you get that daily, you want to go back and turn it in like 2,600 XP per elite that we killed there. So you're going to want to turn that in because then you can come back and you can start getting the primeval essence. The primeval essence is let me see if I can tab through these and find the elites. There's the elite. Let's tag it. Whoops, I went right past him. Gosh. Um, you you get these essences and you can buy 252 gear. One of the quests that you go through, did I turn those in? God, I hope I turned those in. Hope I wasn't an idiot. Yeah, I did turn those in. Okay. So you turn those in for gear. So they're primeval essence. It takes, I calculated this morning, it takes 455, and that is getting every piece of gear, top to bottom, and also there's a reagent bag. I did tag that guy, so I do get one off of him. Again, you're only going to tag the elites. The rest of it is just, I don't know why people kill them. I don't even know why they're in the game. It's kind of stupid, in my opinion, for Blizzard to put these in the game and not have them do anything. I mean, they're basically worthless. As soon as you see them, they get tagged, they turn gray, and I assume that means they give no experience. I have no idea, but I'm not getting anything for them. They're a complete waste of time. And so go through and kill these. I spent a lot of hours. In fact, I spent all day yesterday here um, farming these guys, getting my guys to level 60. So now the boss is coming out. You saw that come up. The boss is going to come out and he's going to spawn some mini bosses, and they can drop gear. Uh, for level 60s, it's 252 gear. For everyone else, it scales to your. Oh God, did I not? Shoot, I didn't get that one. It scales to your level, so you're going to get the exact same gear, but it's going to be a lower level. And that was one of the questions that was asked in Baron's chat. If you were played back in BC, you know Baron's chat was the place to be. Very, very popular. A lot of people would just come out and hang out at the Barons just for the hell of it, just to BS. It was kind of like the I don't know what you want to call it, the Ricky Lake, the talk show. Oh, I died. Look at that. Thank you for throwing me into the fire. That was special of you. I can't move. I'm stunned. It stunned me and it killed me after I reincarnated. That's fun. So anyway, yeah, everybody came and chatted. I don't know. I can't imagine playing this game and just coming into chat. You want to chat, go to a chat room. It's kind of stupid to sit in the Barons and chat. Another thing that I wanted to bring up too is something that really made me mad. If you're going to start a farm group for this, um, you need to invite everybody. I got declined so many times yesterday, and like I said, my opinion is if you're going to start a damn group, then let everybody join and not pick and choose. It was very irritating to uh, to apply for a group, or you know how you do in your group finder. Um, it was really irritating to get to that and then be, look, I just dinged again, 37. I was here, what, 5 minutes maybe, and I got a level because I leveled when I talked to the guy in Orgrimmar. I don't care if I die; it makes no difference. It's the graveyard's super super close. But anyway, if you're going to start a group, let everybody in. Don't be picking and choosing who gets to go. And there's the mini boss. We're going to tag him. There's usually one on each side. Maybe they were just going one at a time. But it's really shitty of people to start a group and then not let everybody in. You know, if you have a group of five, um, in my opinion, that's less efficient. I really like the idea of the raid group, the 40 people. We got tons and tons and tons of stuff yesterday from that. Uh, so just include everybody. I don't want to stand in the fire, geez, and they kick you back. The fire one is very very dangerous. Um, the wind bosses will blow you all over the place. They don't really do a ton of damage. The fire does. The earth does. This fire one's horrible because this thing spins around there, and if you jump wrong, you're going to end up dead like that. It's very very dangerous for a player, but again, excuse me, I'd rather repair my armor than not do it. So whatever's in the Northern Barrens, because there's a million people here all the time. And then, like I said, once at level 50, you can start group finder and get you a group together. It's a lot of fun. I've had a really really fun time. So each one of them will drop. I'll keep going until I get to the boss, and hopefully the boss will drop the piece that I need. Make sure I'm tagging all of the. Oh crap! I gotta make sure to tag him. Thank you. Um, they drop a piece of that trinket, so we're gonna get a fire one from this. Like I said, I have multiple uh, pieces of the trinket. I'm getting XP all over because all you have to do is tag him, and you're gonna get the XP. Not really worried about this character because, again, I've tried shaman. I really have a hard time with it. Let me heal myself here real quick. Now that I got everything tagged, chain lightning works really, really well for that. Um, make sure everything's tagged. You're going to get the XP. Super easy. I went from, excuse me, I had hiccups all of a sudden, 45 to 60 in about 3 hours yesterday. And like I said, I was watching Netflix the whole time because you only have to tag a couple of elites here and there. You don't have to kill everything. And so that was really cool. So we're going to go through and we're going to kill these bosses. Again, be really careful in the fire. The water ones, they will shoot you up in the air. Actually, the earth ones will also shoot you up in the air. Depending on your character, it doesn't matter. I had my demon hunter out and it would shoot me up in the air. It would still damage me, even though I wasn't hitting the ground. I was gliding down. Very very hard hits. So looks like we've killed all the bosses. It's going to freeze these that we've already almost killed. Here in just a second, once the boss comes out, puts them in a little circle, in a little bubble. Make sure we got all these tagged. And God, I wish I had these keybound. I should have done that before I got on this video. What an idiot. Anyway, they'll put a bubble around him so they can't be killed until after he's killed. Once you kill him, then they will unbubble and you can attack them, which is hopefully what will happen here. But I'll show you if I get that piece of trinket, what that looks like, what you're looking for. Um, the fires on the ground, it does spread. So you see it put a bubble around those. It does spread, so be careful because it'll spread underneath you. You won't even know it. So now we get to fight the fire boss. If I can find my cursor, I got weak auras today to kind of change up my cursor because it's very hard to see with a million people. It's very hard to see where you're looting. Make sure that I haven't got any loot sitting over here because there's a million people killing him. haven't missed any elite. You want to loot those essences. Very, very important to loot those because that's what you're going to turn in for your gear. And that one of the quests that send you over there has you talk to the vendor um, that sells the gear, and so you can see everything. And like I said, I did add those up, 450. And the reagent bag, I just put the reagent bag because Bagnon is not working. That has been my most favorite uh, bag add-on. It's not working. They haven't updated it since the 1st of November, and I've had 4 updates to Warcraft since then. And so all of these add-ons are going to have to be updated like every single day because um, because Blizzard is updating the game, fixing little things. There have been some UI errors. I'm sure that's what they're addressing. Haven't had a lot of trouble other than the edits that I or the add-ons that I've had. Postal is one. Still doesn't work. Hasn't been updated forever. I ended up deleting Bagnon this morning because it hasn't been updated. So I'm just using the default bag that God damn it, the default bag that Blizzard has. If I can show you this, it's not going to let me move that. So, well, the one thing I liked about Bagnon, yeah, I got 4 extra slots because I have an authenticator. That's another thing that you can get. I liked it because it sorted things. Well, if you look right up here, there's a little clean up bags button right up here. If you click that, it will sort everything just like Bagnon did. Once I realized that and found that, which I didn't know it was there, so uh, once I did that, then I was like, okay, Bagnon can go away, because that's the big reason why I use Bagnon is because it was really hard to find things when you didn't know where everything was, and everything was all mixed in, especially with a lot of the add-ons that I use for showing me whether or not the gear that I got was an upgrade. All of that stuff has been disabled because it's causing issues. Um, Bagnon sorted that to the gear, so at least I could just mouse over it and see whether it was an upgrade or not. So now that the UI, the default UI for Blizzard for the bags includes that option to sort, I'll probably just use that. I really am. There's several things that I really have not liked. It's crashing with TSM stuff is crashing. The like I said, the postal, the scrap sellers. There's an add-on called Scrap. It's breaking. It's not working. Uh, it's been an entire mess because of the fact that the oh God, don't kill me. He got me arrow over my head. We can run away, and it exploded on me and killed me. Yeah, this is pretty hard to. This fire guy is really really tough. This is my fourth time. So it says he's been defeated. So we'll go over and we'll loot him. Hopefully we'll get that piece. I can show you what it is. Uh, I need to equip mine, I guess, because I haven't equipped it yet, and it's going to increase my agility. Good Lord. Got blasted by that guy. We're going to tag him real quick, run over here and loot the boss. And we did get it. We did get it. So let's kill all of these, or tag all of these elites here. So we get credit for all of these. We're going to get more of the essences. Um, so I did get that piece. Again, you need all 4. Uh, Water and wind are not up right now. It's been kind of hit and miss. I'm not sure how Blizzard decides who gets what when what comes up. It's just hit or miss with them. Like I said, I got lucky. I had to go to the Badlands to get one of them, which is fine. I just took the portal to Undercity and then flew to because it's on the Eastern Kingdom. You're gonna fly down there and get that. Good Lord, these guys are taking forever to kill. Um, but I did get that trinket. It was pretty easy, to be honest. I had some friends that I went with and got a couple with them, um, but they didn't even get them all. But like I said, Tuesday night I got 3 of them. I hit the 3 on that were on this continent. They switch up about every, I think it's 2.5 hours. They switch to a new one, um, and Normally there's 3 up, but there's been a lot of the last couple of days. It's only been 2. So once you get all 4, you can combine them for that trinket. Everybody seems to want it, but I don't think everybody understands that it's 1 to 59. You know, if you got a lot of level 60s that are trying to get the trinket, I don't think they're understanding that it's an heirloom. It's once you hit level 60, it's not going to work for you unless they change the way heirlooms work for Dragonflight so that the heirlooms will scale to 60. You can combine it, put it in your bags, just hang on to it, because if they do that, which I don't know if they will, loot that, and we haven't got any primal essence. I think we got the 10 for the primeval essences already. So we're just gonna finish off this last guy, and then we're gonna go back to Orgrimmar and turn that quest in. Now the quest that you get for the 10 primeval essences, it is a daily, and it does give you more essences. So you just collect 10 of those fragments and you turn it in and you get primeval essence for it. Okay, I did get a piece of gear. That's awesome. Okay, I'm just going to fly back and let's skin this little dino. I'll fly back to Orgrimmar and turn that in. I'll show you real quick. So once you loot, you're also going to get this quest is Sigil of Storms. It's going to give you 60 primeval essences. That drops once a day, from what I understand. I think it's once a day, and you get 60 essences with that. Let me open my bags and see if it recorded any. So I didn't get any. I got something attacking me. Couldn't get out of combat to fly, and now I got something chasing me. But you will get those essences, and you do want 455. I was thinking about just farming them on one of my high characters, but the problem is that I'd have to sit here on one character for hours and hours, and I would rather take the chance on getting gear because, like I said, I got this gear, item level 44. I got the same exact boots at level 60 at item level 252. So I'm going to gather the essences until the very last day. So Monday, the 27th. Then I will go to the vendor and whatever gear I haven't got, I'll buy. And that's why I decided I'm just going to get the intro quest done on all of my characters and come over here and farm essences until I have 455 so I can get all of the gear that I haven't got, and I can also get the reagent bag. I don't know if it will show you. It doesn't show, but it does have a reagent bag. I can't remember. You can get to it, your reagent bag. It's 20 slot, but it's better than nothing. So we're gonna go turn this in. You get some junk to sell. Let's see if this is better than what I've got equipped. So we have 4 stam, 6 verse 8. So agility. So I would rather have the agility than those secondaries. 4 agility, 6 stam, 7 agility. So that was kind of a bad pickup there because it's level 44 and the ones I am wearing are level 60. But I did get all of the pieces I needed for the quest, and then right here is the dim primeval fire. You combine the 4 and it turns into that trinket. So this is what you're looking for from each of the bosses. Of the 4 elemental invasions is this dimmed primeval shard of whatever. You can see on the tooltip that pops up, it says combine those 4 to get that trinket. So another problem that I saw in the Barrens was nobody was really privy to how long does this stuff last. So as you can see, the timer on these invasion from Tomcat's add-on here, we're at 1 hour and 58 minutes left in the Badlands and in Ongoro and in Northern Barrens. So it's about 2.5 hours per cycle, and it takes about 5 to 7 minutes, and they'll start over again. Now somebody says, how often does the boss spawn. Well, the boss spawns after a certain amount of enemies are killed. So you have to kill a whole bunch of enemies to start. Then a timer will pop up at the top of your screen, and it will say X amount out of 100. Once the boss spawns, you have to kill 100 of whatever happens to be there, including the mini boss elites and whatnot. When though that 100 is down, or when you've reached 100, the boss will spawn. Everybody was saying, well, how long is it till the boss spawns? Like it was on a specific timer. It's not on a specific timer. It's all based on kills. So if you've got a little teeny group and you're out there and you might be able to kill the elites with your group of 5 or 6 or whatever, but if there's not a ton of people out there killing, it's going to take forever. That's why I say find the custom groups that have 40 people in the raid. The boss will come out every 5 minutes. Okay, so we're going to turn this in. We got the moat. Continue that. We got 30 essences and we got a pet. So this Primal Stormling, I've already collected 2 or 3. I probably got 6 or 8 more. This is something that you can cage. Make that perfectly clear. Let's go to my collection. Excuse me. Oh, we don't want mounts. We want pets. So we're going to click that primeval. Whoop. Where are we at? Oh, Primal Stormling. Okay. So this is the pet. Looks like this little wind dude. And right here, you see where it says put in cage. You can cage them. So I'm going to have about 15 or 20 of these that I can sell on the auction houses of my respective realms. Now, I'm not going to sell them right now. There's no way. I think people are selling them for around 4 or 5 grand. I would say after the event, when if people don't participate in the pre-patch event, they're not going to get those. That's the only way that they're available. So everybody that's coming back on launch day or even the day before won't have those pets. So you're going to want to wait for a couple, 3 months or a year or whatever, and you'll probably get upwards of 100,000. I'm not saying that that's what you're going to get. I'm just stating that everybody who didn't participate in this event will not have that pet. And there are tons and tons of pet collectors. I have a friend who is a huge pet collector and probably has thousands of the damn things. If she didn't participate in this, she's not going to get that pet. So that would be someone that would be able to buy this 6, 8, 10, 12 months down the road, but they're going to have to pay a premium for it because it's no longer available. Okay, so we turned in that quest to Khadgar. Now we can see you got the blue exclamation point above his head. This is now a daily. You get 10 more motes, you get 30 more primal essences. So we're going to take that daily. We're going to go back there because we're going back because we're leveling. Let's see, where did we get? So we're at 38 and almost 11 bars in 5 minutes. Well, it was actually closer to 10 because I died like 80 times. So the Sigil of Storms that you got, the item that you picked up that popped up the quest in your quest thing over here, you turn that into this person, you get 60 more essences. So at current, where's my essences? There we go, 142. That's pretty damn good for 10 minutes work. This is also the vendor. You're going to come over here. She offers, I think it's 4, 5, or 6 weapons. You got axes, maces, a staff, a one-handed mace, offhand shield. You've got mail, leather. I don't know. I guess shaman get to wear mail? But it will be based on the kind of armor that you can wear. If you choose the one with the stats that you want, I don't like the fact that versatility is on like 3/4 of them. Because I don't know. There's only a couple of specs I'm aware of that versatility really helps. Maybe I'm wrong. I'm sure somebody will let me know. But it's like versatility is on freaking everything. Haste and mastery, I really need those for a couple of my characters. And then you also have trinkets. You got trinkets, you got rings. Here's the bag, 20 slot reagent bag for 5. That's pretty cool. You can buy that Stormling for or primal stormling for 250, but why? You get one for free unless you wanted to buy some. If you go farm a whole bunch and you don't have anything else to spend them on, you can buy more of those pets to keep. But every single slot is available here, and for 450 of those that you can farm in just seriously like no time at all. I took my uh, my affliction warlock that was a demonology warlock that I played since Burning Crusade, switched him to affliction, went there and farmed with the friends. We farmed for several hours and I ended up with almost 1,000. Probably 4 or 5 hours. I had 1,000 by the time I turned in all the quests and everything. Yeah, so I could technically gear two of my alts that aren't participating, but again, I'm going to have all of them participate because I don't want to buy gear with that stuff. And somebody we were farming with, his wife was playing right there with him, and she went and bought a piece of gear. And I thought, why would you go and put that stuff into a piece of gear that you could pick up just farming? And you've got another, what, 11 days to farm that stuff? Unless you're only playing once in a while, you can go over there and within a couple hours have enough to buy a full set. And since once you hit level 60 and they start dropping the level 60 252 gear, where am I going? I wanted to go to the Flight Master. What a dork. Um, why would you go buy it when you can just go over there, farm for a couple hours, and get a couple pieces of gear? Then you can get stuff like that pet, buy extras to sell in the auction house. So we're going to take the Wind Rider. We're going to go over to the Crossroads is actually closer. I didn't think I had flight points, but maybe I do. Um, why would you buy it? Why don't you just go farm it for a little bit? Because seriously, I probably watched couple of seasons of a couple of the shows that I'm watching just by running around tagging elites, getting the XP, picking up the primal essences. It's an AFK farm, super easy, much easier. The chromie time is now scaled to whatever your level is. So if you have a level 50 and you absolutely loved Cataclysm or you absolutely loved Legion, you can go to chromie time. You can go chromie time to that particular uh, area and all of the mobs will be at your level. You can level that way. Personally, I played through all of them since Burning Crusade. I've played a ton through BFA. I didn't play BFA when it launched, wasn't interested at all. So I played because it was higher level gear, higher level enchanting and alchemy and leatherworking stuff like that. I got the higher recipes. I was able to gear through BFA using those professions. But overall, I got to the point where I was sick of it. Um, very easy to get sick of a place when you're there for months and months and months. And that's kind of how I felt on Shadowlands. It got to the point where I did not want to go. I didn't want to quest. I haven't done my my callings since like the first few days that I played the character, just because I just absolutely hate that place. When I was telling my friend the other day when we were over here farming, I said, when the first character that I took, the first one you take, you have to go through the entire storyline. And I went to Bastion, and it started talking about your memories, and you're fighting your memories and all this. And I said, this is going to fail miserably. It was a horrible storyline, and I wasn't wrong. It was absolutely horrible. There were a couple areas that I really like. I hated the fact that most of my character's best covenant was Night Fae. God, I absolutely hate Ardenweald. It's just I really liked Maldraxxus. I really liked the Drakthir areas. Look at that. I dinged again just traveling. 3 levels, 2 levels, 3 levels in just a matter of a few minutes. But anyway, so I really like the vent there, but the mobs there are a little bit harder to kill. Um, but yeah, after I started fighting my memories, I'm like, yeah, this is a joke. This is not gonna go well. Um, And I wasn't wrong. You know, everybody hated Shadowland. I thought Torghast was a nightmare from hell. It seriously was absolutely just ridiculous. Um, some of my characters I had an easy time. Some of them I had a really hard time. There's a lot of there's a lot of my characters that have never been to Torghast. I hated it so much. But oh, let's tag them. Let's tag these guys. Make sure we get those. Absolutely hated Torghast. What a freaking waste of time that was. I really need to get my keybinds fixed. Yeah, I feel like a three-dick dog here trying to make everything work because my buttons. Oh God, I didn't get credit for that. Son of a gun. Um, hated Torghast. Hated Torghast. What's going on? Oh my. Okay, so but unfortunately, if you were going to get a legendary, you had to go through Torghast, and I absolutely hated that. Now here's my take on all of this. I think that I'm pretty sure the legendaries are going to be kind of the way they were in Legion, where um, they weren't really relevant. You lose the powers in the next expansion. I think that's what's going to happen with Shadowlands. Um, excuse me, I thought I was getting tagged there. In Shadowlands, legendaries, I think they're not going to be worth a crap. Plus the fact that all these guys that have gone out and raided and they've min maxed their gear all the way up to 300 or whatever it is. I think they're going to be very disappointed when they God, I need to get that button on number one. It really irritates me that it's not on number one. When they get to Dragonflight and all that work they did, uh, is God. Here's a problem. Can't find my damn cursor. I think you're going to be disappointed because normally, uh, in fact, somebody ran uh, the new dungeon, Uldaman dungeon, and the greens that they were getting from the Uldaman dungeon were better than their epics they got from raiding. Now that's someone telling my friend, a friend of hers told her that the greens in Uldaman were better than the raid gear that they had on. That's pretty sad. You work real hard, you try to get your gear up, and what happens is within the first hour or two of questing in a new area or doing the newest dungeon like this, I think this is one of the first times they've ever had a dungeon be part of the pre-patch. But to go through that dungeon and have better gear than your epics that you got from raiding, that's pretty sad. Um, so I'm going to go through and farm this. I'm going to keep farming this. I don't know why. Oh, we got the boss coming out again. Um, again, I've got to figure out how to play an enhancement shaman. I've heard enhancement shaman are really good. I don't really need to get this guy up to 60 because I'm never going to play him. He's on a server that started with a few friends and then they quit playing, which is kind of the story of my life. That's happened to me 4 times where I started characters on a server and I'm just randomly hitting buttons. I know somebody's going to be freaking out saying, "God, do you need to press this?" Yeah, I don't give a shit. Um, just I'm just trying to get these modes. But anyway, several times had that happen. In fact, the original guild that I played with in BC, they actually broke up and everybody quit playing. I had a friend at work that actually had talked me into playing Warcraft, and they quit playing. I had relatives that said, "Yeah, we're playing on this server. Come over here," and they quit playing. So I really don't plan on playing this character much at all. So I probably will just, like I said, try and get up to 60. Actually, I'm not going to try and get up to 60. What I'm going to do is I'm going to get all of my other characters down here and get enough for their gear because all I'm doing is spam and chain lightning, and it's as long as it works, it gets me some of those essences. That's all that matters. I don't even know. Doesn't look like I'm getting much of anything here, even though I'm tagging this stuff. But anyway, sorry, I don't mean to ramble. I'm just, again, I just wanted to show you guys this because I think it's important for the characters that you really are going to play, um, to be able to have that gear. In fact, one last thing, the person that went to Uldaman said, or the person that wanted to go to Uldaman was talking to the person who did go to Uldaman, and they said they couldn't get into it because their gear level wasn't high enough. So you're going to need gear, probably at least 252 gear. So you're going to want to farm this stuff if you want to jump into dungeons right away. I would imagine 252 is probably the minimum for dungeons. So come down here, come to the Barrens. Don't waste your time in the other areas unless you're looking for that trinket. Uh, get your armor, your fragments for your trinket. Get you some essences to get you some gear. Get ready for Dragonflight. We got 11 days until launch, and um, you want to make sure that you are ready to go. You don't want to be restricted by anything. You don't want to go into Dragonflight and just get destroyed because your armor sucks. It's well worth coming here for a few hours and getting that gear. So I'll leave you here. Boss is about up. Gonna kill him and then start working on my other guys. I hope you guys have a great weekend. Oh, sorry, I had to add one more thing. Just wanted to show you. You can see the elemental protection countdown. God, and then I hit pause again. So you can see it's at 40. Anything that dies takes it down to 0. Jump out of the fire. You can see it's dropping. So you have to kill that 100. Once you've killed a whole bunch of the others, that counter starts. And once it gets down to 0, then the boss will start. Look at that fire creeping up on me. People leveling all over the place. They're doing the right thing. So not going very fast here because the big elementals are out and they're a little harder to kill. I got me another piece of gear, level 45 gloves. Not going to do much for me because I'm going to be leveled out of it. In fact, I had one that I took from 45 to 60 yesterday, and the gear that I got tons and tons of gear, and none of it was useful because I'd already leveled out of it. So anyway, you guys have a great weekend.